Hi, everyone, and welcome to the presentation of IPMA Special Interest Group, Innovation and Change. My name is Tena Obradović-Posinković, and today I'm going to talk about why innovation and change is an important topic for both academia and practice. First, really short about me. Currently, I am a board member of IPMA Croatia, and I have over 7 years of experience working on international and domestic projects. For IPMA, for example, Project Management Awards Workshop or Project Management Championship. Also, I was a research assistant at the Faculty of Economics and Business for 4.5 years, where I had the opportunity to work on large projects such as Horizon, Erasmus, and similar. And during my student days, I fell in love with projects while working at Red Bull. So we worked on some large projects, for example, Wings for Life. Also, I'm certified project management associate, so I have level D from IPMA. And I just finished my PhD in May this year, and my topic was connected to innovation, more specifically open innovation, new product development, and digital transformation. So I have a passion for this topic from both sides, academia, but also more practical one. To give you a short context on what exactly the innovation and change is, as we know today, globalization, digital transformation, but also some major market shocks such as pandemics, such as wars, natural disasters, earthquakes, and similar, have really emphasized and highlighted the importance of new product development, especially when it comes to companies to stay competitive in the market, to really remain customer relationships, but also to achieve successful collaboration with their partners through innovation activities. We also know that the implementation of advanced technologies such as AI, big data, Internet of Things, and similar has modified the understanding of innovation. And we know that it has been estimated that by 2023, companies will invest over $6.8 trillion in digital transformation. So we are really talking about huge amounts of money and huge opportunities, and why this is so important. But we realize that the technology itself, it's really not enough. We really need to have the right project management, open culture, and appropriate skills and resources for successful digital transformation. So it is not just about innovation, just about buying the best technologies. It is really about having the right people with appropriate skills and competences. So who are we? Innovation and Change SIG is actually an optimistic and technology agnostic place that is most importantly people-centric. We are positioned as a neutral third-party space that is focused on improving the planet through better innovation and change techniques. And we have strong ties to product development, technology, but also marketing industries. Some of the objectives of our SIG is, first of all, of course, to conduct a research to really determine the specifics of project management in digital age. Then, of course, to conduct roundtables, webinars, but also conferences, to talk to the experts, to exchange knowledge, and to participate in conferences like this and in forums. But in the end, we also want to attract the universities as sponsors of the development of profession of project management. I think that anyone who is interested in innovation and change can really find its focus areas, because it is really a wide area. For example, we are focusing, of course, on digital transformation. As we all know, Industry 4.0 is featured by digitalization of and the integration of horizontal and vertical value chains, but also digitalization of products and services. And of course, we are also talking about digitalization of business models. The second area is new product development. Industry 4.0 also implies modern versions of new product development, such as cloud-based design and cloud-based manufacturing. And of course, we cannot talk about project management without agility. So we have agile ways of working. Although we saw that linear process of new product development has been used among scholars and practitioners, but with this changing market and this demanding market situation, we really need new processes. So in order to fulfill this, our companies really needed to change their strategies and start using more agile, but also more open stage gate models. Then we have analytics and business intelligence. Today, in the era of big data, when we have large amount of information, it is really necessary to make them more meaningful. So it is not just about collecting all the possible data, but really it is about using it properly. And last but not least, we have customers and user experience. For example, also big data analytics can help in new product development by reducing costs, by improving customer relationships, and shorten the time to market. So as I said, I also have this more academic part. So we really wanted to see what is the connection between Industry 4.0 and project management, what is the current situation, and what are some future research trends. So we did a research. We realized that Industry 4.0, but also its underlying advanced technologies, are gaining importance more than ever in triggering digital transformation across industries, and that organization across industries start to imply advanced technologies to project management. We saw the significant changes in the field. We saw that a lot of companies are using project-based ways of working, and we already mentioned these statistics a few times, but let me say it once again for those who weren't there, that by 2023, around 80% of project management tasks will be carried out by artificial intelligence, but also will be supported by machine learning, Internet of Things, big data, and similar techniques. Also, we realized that we have large and wide areas of application. For example, project selection and prioritization. We have project scope, scheduling project activities, choosing suitable methodologies, and similar. Also, we already see some changes in communication and sharing relevant knowledge. For example, we have chatbots that are already taking over activities such as planning meetings or allocating tasks to people. We have data analytics, already mentioned the big data analytics and similar. They can help in monitoring quality, control costs, and the project optimization as a whole. Of course, we have some reporting and gathering feedbacks and testing. So what we did was a bibliometric analysis. Here we choose the Web of Science as our main data, as our main platform for collecting articles. So we use project management and Industry 4.0, but also its other technologies that are related to Industry 4.0. And we got 4 different clusters, but that are connected. So, for example, Blue Cluster told us about challenges and opportunities for project management in digital age. Then Green Cluster, advanced project management in construction projects. So here we have keywords more related to construction systems, BIM, and similar. Red Cluster was artificial intelligence and project success. So here authors were talking about time, resources, scheduling, and similar. And yellow was for managing information and production systems. So I'm just going to talk about some main findings and what we think is the most important. We saw that Industry 4.0 offers scientific opportunities also for mature companies, which is really important. So industry like manufacturing, like construction can really can improve their product quality, can improve budget control, increase productivity, and foster innovation. Also, advanced technologies such as AI are valuable for predicting delay problems, but also for managing some complex situations in construction projects. They can identify critical success factors, they can reduce risks, and similar. Also, digital transformation really offers the opportunity to reduce waste, to improve work conditions and sustainability. But also, we saw that AI is not just important in industry and academia, but also in governance. So we saw that AI is part of the development strategies for many countries, which will be important in the future, because it is not just about adopting some business model or improving your business, but it is really changing how we live every day. AI also offers not just opportunities, but also has some barriers and challenges. So the need for creating culture of trust was really highlighted, and really to foster employee engagement with new technologies. We also identify some barriers to digital transformation, such as lack of regulations, insufficient leadership, and shortage of resources and expertise. So based on almost 200 articles, we can really conclude that AI and other technologies related to Industry 4.0, there is a great opportunity and they can really help managers, but it is mostly about routine tasks. So we really need managers to be more strategic and to work on open strategies and to see how their employees can work with each other. They should not be afraid of sharing ideas. They should trust each other, and really to see how managers can improve education and training in this particular topic. So as you saw, we already did research, one of many in these parts. So one of the deliverables of our SIG is to publish as much as we can and to research. So publications in the field of project management and innovation and change is necessary, but also participation in conferences and different roundtables, webinars, and similar. And also we need to prepare a newsletter every 3 months. And of course, we should organize more webinars. So as we agreed on the global level that each SIG should have a webinar at least once in every 6 months. And some of the main directions of webinars should be that we need to learn about activities, goals, and objectives of the experts, so both academic and more practical one, and to really discuss about main issues, opportunities, and barriers. And we already had one webinar where we talked about digital leadership and innovation, working with platforms, ecosystems, and future states. And here the main goal is really to involve everybody, so from all around the world, because we need to think about all countries and all time zones. So it is really important when and where these webinars are held. So that was all for me. I was really short to explain what are we doing, why this topic is important for both, so academia and practice. And I wanted to ask you some questions. What do you think are the opportunities for future research? Do you have some suggestions for future speakers? What topics do you think would be interesting for us to cover? And of course, I want to invite you to join us in, not us, but join me, because I'm alone currently in this SIG, so please feel free to comment and to ask questions. Thank you.
Maybe one comment. I can recommend you many people which
Okay.
are high-end researchers in this area globally, like the best research globally in this area. And the recommendation regarding research direction. So I had the opportunity, luckily, to communicate a lot with editors and co-editors of best project management journals, and not just project management journals, but management journals in general. And many of the things, for example, I'm now analyzing all the different articles that we heard here. And then when you try to extract some conclusion, more or less all of them say the same thing. And then you can conclude at the end, this is not interesting for publishing, because if you are on a conference level here, the same thing in each article, this is just a reproduction of the things that that you all just mapped from other articles. So this is mature. And all of these topics are not interesting to be reproduced and published in journals. So if you are analyzing what journals wants to see, like International Journal of Project Management Journal, Journal of Management, Organizational Studies, and different journals that publish articles in project management, there is now they want, okay, we statistics, how we can improve this and that. This is not interesting anymore. So theory building in project management. So you need to put this topic on a level. So what is the theory behind that? How you will actually advance the theory in project management, not with the statistics like we used to do that. Like, okay, we perform some quantitative analysis and then we can say this was improved in 20%, 33%, etc., or some hypothesis, structural exploitation modeling, something, and then you send that to the journal and probably you get the review. Okay, who cares about that? So and the articles are more and more philosophical. Like you need to provide like epistemology, ontology, different theory building. So try to put all these research directions in that area. I had the opportunity now to write Run Horizon Euro project and in a team of editors of best journals in this area. And then I realized when I got their input how I was not aware about 50% of those. I realized that the publishing trend is totally changing in these journals. I'm talking about these journals, not project management journals. So not to be on a level how we can use our whole industry for 4.0, how that can change something, because it's
I can agree with you, because I already did a research on innovation for my PhD, and it's totally different because there we have a knowledge-based view, resource-based view, and many theories, and authors are actually commenting them and they are developing theory. Here in project management, we have this article and the article we talked about earlier. So together, let's say for 100 journal articles, none of them is actually mentioning what theory are they using. So that is a great point.
So this is just a small.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Do you have some? No? Okay, then we can continue with Irina. Yes. Everything.
Innovation. Love this word, innovation. Actually, I will ask this question. What is the innovation? Maybe Jenna will explain that to me. Hi, everyone. I'm happy to see that there are only ladies in the room. You know, women power in innovation and energy is the best thing what we can do. Actually, my name is Irina Schreiber, and I had nothing. I always thought that I had nothing to do with project management whatsoever. I never was a project management or carried an official title about that. Who I am in reality, for more than 20 years, I was a researcher in the huge international labs and at the presently I'm working at CERN, it's European organization for nuclear research. So with the base level, I'm a nuclear scientist. Energy, good. Nuclear energy, even better. So, and joining IPMA, what I honestly was doing, I was Googling, what is a project manager? What project manager supposed to do? What is the official definition? The first thing which came out was project manager is the one who should deliver project management. Right? Happy to know. So, but nevertheless, what it means, I mean, you tell me, but how I see that it's to plan something, complexity of some research or some whatever project, and then to deliver that, to make sure that you deliver that with a shortage of budget and with a complex people around you, and then make sure that this result is there. So this is what I was doing my whole life as a scientist, because international organizations, I had to lead the scientific projects. And then some moment ago, we were talking in the previous presentation about how do we put AI inside of project management. The thing is, we have to think as well about how people who deliver all this AI to project managers and to this kind of environment, how do they function? Because they do function completely different. As a scientist, completely different from any other people. And this is one of the very important questions. So, first of all, the baseline, I'm a nuclear scientist. Nuclear, I believe really strongly that this is our future for energy, for God's sake, climate saving, and all of that. So I'm the global head of SIG Energy at the moment. And yeah, all other stuff, it goes in parallel with that, like an academic director of different climate programs. And I'm still teaching students and doing research in international labs. So I was brave enough to conclude that I can manage that as well. Now, this is your turn. Let's warm up, scan it, and which innovative energy sources do you know, or what is, and give me an example. You can give me one, you can give me three, just write it down. Which innovative energy sources do you know, what it is for you? And I think, here we are, but I will already open it. It doesn't connect to internet, it doesn't let go. It should be. I assume.
Yeah, the first.
I just don't see it on the screen. Where do I have to? Huh? That's all?
Can you give them the code? The QR code.
Go ahead, ladies. You know, we can use a flip chart. You know, some in a way. We're all concerned with that. How much your energy bill grew up since the last year? Anyone counted? Did it go up? What you pay for electricity?
Yeah.
For taking a warm, nice bath?
Yeah.
So we're all concerned by that. We want it, we don't want it. We're all concerned by the fact how it is going. So we have to be innovative in that. Otherwise, we're in a deep. Is it recorded, right? In a deep shit for records. So well, but then you left me. I'm just it's in here. I can renew that. You're lazy. Huh? Let's say it out. As we are not many, it's anyway, it was planned for many. Say it out loud. What is for you an innovation in energy sources? What it is for you?
I wrote one.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is for
Anyone else? Huh? What is an innovative energy sources?
Biomass,
Biomass, yeah. Okay.
I don't know if it's innovative, it exists.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, this is exactly my question. What do you think about that?
Green energy, but it's not innovative.
Green energy. What is green energy? What exactly green
Solar
energy?
farms.
Solar. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is what I wanted to show by that. Where is the full screen? I can go back to the full screen. View slideshow. Voila. The thing is, when we talk about innovation, and I ask people and I ask my students, like, give me an innovation in energy or whatever in physics, usually they come up, you're completely right, which is, it's not an innovation anymore. Whatever we know about that, if we can name it, it's actually not an innovation anymore. We have to come up with something new. I will give you some examples which probably you haven't heard yet about, like a solar wind. What does it mean, solar wind? This is when we have this is like a space sailing. Every day we have a lot of solar wind coming from the space, which has enormous amount of energy. This is 100 billions more than we actually consume of this planet. If we are able to harness that, if we were able to just take it from the sun, well, it's a huge source, we would fulfill all our wishes and all our problems. In this project in the space from Japanese, Icarus it's called, it exists already, but to transmit it to the Earth, this is a difficult thing. And another thing which is difficult, which exists now with all the green energy, solar energy, wind energy, the problem which we have now, how to put it into the grid. Because how to deliver the energy, no problem. How to deliver it to the customer, this is where the problem comes to. At the moment, this is the biggest actually problem in all our energy transition, because we don't put it properly, especially these renewable sources, probably put it on the grid. Another one, I hope you will like it, body heat. This is not what you thought about right now, even though I think this can be used as well, but three people is not enough. What actually Swedish are doing, they took a train station, and on this train station, there is a crowd on the central train station in the Stockholm. They claim that there are 250,000 commuters every day, and the heat from their body, I don't know how it works, don't ask me. They manage, the company transmit it in such a way through their ventilation system to warm up their offices, because they own the central station and they take this body heat. Okay, it's quite cool, right? I mean, it's as well quite an innovative thing, I would say, but on a global scale, it would be quite difficult to apply, even though that's still, idea is cool. I love it, especially when I think body here. Should I connect next time something to my body and check how I'm heated during the action? Dance floor. This is Rotterdam. Imagine people are moving a lot. We are making so many steps. If we have a dancing party, I think we would manage to produce a lot of energy. They illuminate the floor with the moon. Cool thing as well, quite locally, can't be quite well applied. And this, I am a big confiscated alcohol. Okay, this story, it's not really beautiful because they mix as well in Sweden. Swedish looks like they are big innovators in how to use their unused stuff. They mixed confiscated alcohol with remainings of production of animals and human being, and then they use it as a fuel. I mean, cool thing. If they confiscate it and don't drink it, too bad for them, that at least they can use it as a biofuel. And even though it's fun, it's quite nice when it's applied locally. But again, I hit my point. Is it an innovation if we already know about that? And what we're missing in this point, when we try to bring, we say a lot about that, innovative technological products, but we are still not reached the point of development where we have to be with innovation, at least energy-wise. How far we are from 2050, I don't know how familiar you are with climate agreements, Paris climate agreements, but first it was 2030, we have to reach some deliveries, and now the net zero, we should have net zero emission by 2050. How far we are from this date? This is exact numbers in years, seconds, minutes, whatever. It's not summed up, it's just independently, you can take it like this. Sounds a lot, especially in seconds. But in reality, we are too far from that. We are actually not innovating enough to reach this point. To show you just in here, this is the baseline, how we got our CO2 emission. And it was varying a little bit, growing. Then we came up in 2015 to Paris Agreement. Then we were kind of got a COVID. Thanks to COVID, we went down. And then boom, we started to live our life. And our CO2 emission, economically, we are growing, and our emission growing as well. No surprise, but it means that we are not obeying any of what we should obey by a Paris Agreement. And baseline, if we develop like this, we will be going up and up. In 2050, we won't be at the point where we have to be. So to keep the temperature rise below 2 degrees, we have to go this. And we are not there at all. And this is, you see, OECD countries, how much they have to contribute, how much they have to reduce. And non-OECD countries, we have to reduce a lot our CO2 emissions to reach the point. Why I didn't move? Okay, so another way to show the same things. And our ambitions for 2030, we went down by 24% until to 2021. In some moment, I mean, percentage-wise, considering how much we economically growing, but we need to go more. And we again, in this year, we reach the global high rate of our emission. How does it concern energy? Because energy, this is from the data, our world in data, this is from 2020. By 2023, we are reaching in energy, our greenhouse emissions in energy is approximately 80%. So here it's still 73.2. Now we are approximately at 80%, and we are talking about how we convert to solar panels, to wind energy, to all these renewables. And it's true that in European Union, we did a huge step toward renewable energy, but nevertheless, we are still failing, and our 80% getting more and more, and we still the biggest contributors in there. I won't go into details what is in here, how it is contributed, just, energy, agriculture, and waste is the smallest contributor, but still plays the role. The only thing which is, well, for me personally important in here, when we try to save the climate, I live in France, And when we try to save the climate, and we say we have to sort our waste, recycling. First of all, when I see French recycling system, I have my doubts that it works at all, because it's complete mess. Second, when I come with my recycled stuff to throw it away, it's all so full, meaning my government doesn't take care, or at least inside of my village, doesn't take much care about that I do recycle, because it's full. What I have to do, I just throw it into a normal garbage. Yeah, it costs me less than to drive there with this recycling stuff. And now, even though all of that was worked correctly, if we all managed, it's not a big factor, we wouldn't gain much in that. So this is just to say, of course, it's connected CO2 emission, connected to tightly to GDP, but COP energy conference, COP28 just started on 30th of November. And the first deliverables, and actually the first discussions there are about who is responsible. Like in the past, now I think UN prohibit to use it developing country and developed countries. They changed to something else, but still in 2015 it was developing and developed. And of course, developing countries say developed countries delivered all this CO2 greenhouses to our planet, and developed countries say no, guys, now there are a lot of green and renewable energy which you are not using. Now you are the biggest contributors into all of that. So now you're responsible, because we are Europeans or whatever. We are using a lot of green energy. We are not pollutants anymore. Now it's your fault. And conference at the end comes more to the discussion who is responsible. And who should take care. No one wants to say, it will be me who will be responsible for that, which actually means that we all have to take care. We all have to be responsible and to contribute into that. We cannot expect to continue living our lives the way we have for the last decade. I strongly believe in technology. And this is, where innovation comes in very strongly. I'm sure we'll find solutions that still, I'm sure we will find solutions that still allows for a certain level of comfort and neutral climate and well-being. But we also need to change everything else about the way we live. And actually, I don't know if I put it into my slides. No, I don't think so. But one thing I've seen recently, the founder of Greenpeace, one of the founders of Greenpeace, where did I find? Was saying actually that, you know what, guys, it's all good about saving energy, and being so good in Europe, but the thing is, Patrick Moore said it, that we actually achieve net zero. If we actually achieve net zero, at least at 50% of the population would die of hunger and disease. Just an example, what he was, I didn't watch the full interview of him, but just an example, you take countries, poor countries in Africa, they produce fertilizers, which are now banned in Netherlands, for example, somewhere else in some other countries. This is how these countries survive. They produce fertilizers, they grow food based on these fertilizers, they sell it to us. We say, no food, we are clean European, we don't buy this food from them. We don't want to have anything dirty. People die. I mean, we cannot just say, we are developed, we do it in this way, we are so good, we are delivering clean energy, and you're bad, you have to take care. It's all interconnected, we all have to be in that together, and this is as well, I think, the idea of SIG groups, that there are different ways how we try to approach at the end, same target, like some certain level of comfort and well-being for our life and for our generations and the next generation as well. But I think we are egoistic, selfish enough to at least think first about ourselves. So this is the energy trilemma, which is the most important factor right now. Yeah, you have to be combine it. Yeah, energy supplies must be secure and reliable, and you have to have it affordable, and energy sources should be environmentally sustainable. Yeah, let's go back, February 22. I'm originally Russian. My mother was Russian. I'm proud to be a part of this culture, but what will we see now, where you have to be like shamed for what is going on geopolitically. And yeah, nice situation. Either you take Russia or Israel, which the situation now hit gas prices. First it was Russian-Ukrainian conflict, now it's Israel-Palestinian conflict hit gas prices to the level of, I don't know what. What Germany does, reopens coal's mine. Forget about sustainability, because you have to have a security of your supplies. So it doesn't go together with that, and it doesn't go together with that because it stops to be affordable. Yeah. So we, with our common life, which doesn't include just energy, with our development, we, one way or another, to keep this balance, it's a very tricky and difficult thing, but we have to make sure that we keep it. This is the thing which I do like a lot. This is from Siemens. They made a study, European Energy Transition Readiness Index, and this is our readiness index for energy transition. COP28 as a main goal put right now fast tracking energy transition. And this is according to the experts. 400 experts were asked and tested about that on different factors, which are 11 most important factors influencing energy transition. If someone interested, I can send you the paper. And this is what they come out with, that we are not quite ready to that. Yeah. And of course, energy security with geopolitical situation everywhere is a current front of mind. And yeah, we are always talking about sustainability. Here, the big role plays acceptance by the population, different kind of energy. For example, Germany banned nuclear energy this year, completely closed all. Again, for the record, shooting into their balls directly by closing all nuclear power plants. Then, now, I read this morning the Economist article, there is a huge movement now in the United States, which was saying, all your green stuff, it's a greenwashing. This term is used more and more, and actually, there is a lot of truth in that, because this is really greenwashing. And they're like, we are not going to participate in them. But just a simple question. Solar energy is renewable or not? Yes or no? Yes. In principle, energy itself, it's renewable. But to deliver this energy to us, we need solar panels, which use rare earth minerals, which are not renewables. So, hello, I mean, it's the same, like nuclear energy. We are saying it's not renewables because we are using radioactive material. It's the same here. So this is the question, from which side you are looking at that. Solar wind, which I was talking about, right? It's renewable. Of course, you just cannot deliver it to the earth, but if you would be able to deliver it, because most probably it won't be renewable anymore, because the apparatus, the machinery wouldn't be renewable. So what has to be done to go ahead? Yes, I really believe in this. I strongly believe. Yes, we need to save our economy. Germany especially needs to save our economy, but we have to find an exit strategy from coal mining. If you look on the chart of death level for 1 terabyte of energy, if I'm not mistaken, coal has the biggest factor, 24 people. Nuclear for example, which everyone blames that it's very dangerous, including Fukushima and Chernobyl accidents, is like wind and solar. Below wind, I believe, and higher a little bit than solar, but it's around 0.04. It's really low factor of death from this kind of energy. So, but coal, it's dirty. It's really the biggest pollutant, and this is the most dangerous one. Accelerate renewable, and I put in big letters nuclear, but of course I am biased in saying that I'm nuclear scientist, but I do believe that in creating regulations and in delivering innovations in nuclear science, in nuclear energy, we are missing scientific point, and nuclear waste is not a big problem. Nuclear energy is quite efficient and cheap, but many things are regulated by conventional nuclear power plants, which were created many, many years ago. New technologies, new innovational technologies are much, much better, but the regulations are still the old one. It's like, again, French law system. You still, whatever, cannot, if you split up with your husband or divorce with him, you cannot have sex with another man for at least 1 year. Otherwise, you are responsible for this divorce. Something like, what? And it still exists. The laws, what I'm trying to say, that the regulations and the laws which are there, they are quite old toward nuclear as well. So, yeah, we are point which we are missing a lot, especially in developing countries. It's technologies for storage and carbon capture, because we do concentrate a lot in Europe as well on how do we deliver this solar and wind energy. But then still we have already a lot in the atmosphere. How do we capture and storage that? Energy grid. And this is where we come very much to the topic of this conference. In general, because we have to digitize that, we have artificial intelligence for our power grid, for avoiding any kind of accident like Fukushima or whatever in power plants. So we need artificial intelligence really developing in this direction as well. Energy storage solution, because again, for wind and solar energies, you can imagine now it's, I don't know, it's sunny outside or not. This morning it was really sunny. We have a peak. Then we don't have sun, it's rainy. We don't have any more energy. We have to store it somehow. It's actually in this kind of energy, this is the biggest problem. How do we store? What is the battery solution? And how do we pollute our planet with creating the batteries, and actually after, how do we waste them? How, when we use them once and we cannot use them anymore? And their life cycle not very long at the moment. And as well, power to X solution, it's again, how do we deliver our renewable energy to the grid, to the customers, and decarbonize our industry, because we have to think about all the factors. As I said, solar energy renewable, production of solar panels is not. Germany at the moment has a 16 billion euro problem to solve with malfunctioning wind propellers, wind farms. And the country which survives on this at the moment claims that we are so good in that, they are facing 16 billion euro problem. How they're going to solve it, I don't know, but this is really a problem for them. They are after Poland. Poland is very known coal mining and pollutant in Europe. Germany is the second one. Clean, green Germany is the second one. Yeah, and a sector coupling to decarbonize end user sectors, because of course we are kind of, we are doing, as I said, this trilemma. We have to connect everything. We have to connect users, we have to connect producers. We have to think about everything, about social acceptance of the way we live with that. We cannot just bounce on one side and say this is good and this is bad. It's not white and black. We have to find a common solution, which in involves a reinvest in energy business model, which really much goes to project managers. How do we manage these projects in energy right now? It's really much on the people from the side of project management. They really liked your comment, actually. I'm sorry, I don't know your name yet. Daniela, that you cannot put everything on one person. You cannot make project managers to know everything. You cannot make nuclear physicists know everything. You have to see how the business model which you create works together with all these people and combine them together. So everyone is profiting in a business model we are inventing. So these, of course, come together with designing in emission markets and just energy transition. This is, as I said already, COP28. It's the main point right now. How do we fast track the energy transition and what we have to do with that? So if you want to go fast, go alone. And it's true. At least in my project, it was always true and always worked like this. If you want to go far, go together. And this is why we have our SIG groups, and energy SIG is one of them. And for me, what is important, that I really wish people from different topics come and join and listening and participating and contradicting, arguing, criticizing, discussing all together, because for me, it's really important as the global head of this group to create a community. Community, it's not me. Community is you, people I don't know, people who are touched by that a lot, because if you don't do it together, car washing and clothes washing and bathtub with romantic candles will be excluded, ladies, from our schedule. And especially that we are only women in here, I think we do understand what we are talking about. Even champagne production will be prohibited because it takes a lot of energy. So meaning I can say that, yeah, this is energy, nuclear energy, rocket science. You don't need to touch nuclear science. You don't need to touch rocket science. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. You need to be an active participant. And this is the only way we can achieve something toward innovations, toward artificial intelligence, toward sustainable cities. Name it, health industry, whatever, name it, you will end up in there because it's all connected to the energy topic. So this is for you. We are small. The reason for that, look at that. Where are all these big bosses? They are somewhere there deciding on very important topics. Yeah, we are small because people think, yes, it's important, but it's not my piece of cake. It's none of my business. So what they're talking about, let them talk about that. And until we get an active participation and every one of us invites a friend or family member saying, join, just look at that. It can be interesting. It concerns you as well. We won't become big. Second, yeah, me as well. I'm trying to fit different shoes, being in physics, being in energy, getting my professional MBA in energy as well at the moment. I'm like lack of time, like all of us, but I'm really seeking for help. So any of you who wants to join the committee, really welcome. I am really open for different discussions, for different suggestions, because I strongly believe that people together can contribute to go somewhere. So if you're interested in that, I will be more than happy if you join the advisory board of our group, but just the group itself for webinars, for some events like this, for reading our newsletters, which I failed to deliver this quarter again. I know that, but we need help. I need help personally. We all need help. And actually, you need help with that as well, because this concerns you. So
there is a link how to join SIG Energy, and there is a link how to find me. Feel free personally to contact me. I'll be more than happy to chat, to talk, to discuss, to have a glass of champagne, especially. So this is all I wanted to tell you today about SIG Energy.